What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, September 1st. Wednesday means New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day means New Comic Book Haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee for another big old stack of books and a few goodies as well. So we'll get to those in a second. There's a lot to get through. Let's get right into it, starting with Dark Ages #1 from Marvel. I read this one just a little while ago, and holy cow, this is fantastic. The light goes out in the Marvel Universe, and the heroes have to figure out what to do about it. This definitely lives up to the hype. I have been looking forward to this one for a long time, and I loved it. The story is great. The art's great. I highly recommend checking this out. So I got the A cover. And then I also got the Patrick Gleason Spider-Man. It looks like a trading card variant cover as well. I just had to get both of those. I thought they were cool. Demon Days Cursed Web #1. I actually haven't read any of the other Demon Days books, but this one deals with Spider-Gwen or Silk or maybe some kind of combination of the two. So I thought that would be an interesting one. I got the Last Annihilation, Wiccan, and Hulkling #1. I've been really enjoying this Last Annihilation storyline that I sort of fumbled my way into. I didn't intend on taking on another, story arc, but it's good, so I wanted to try it out. I think this is the last one, Sinister War #4. Haven't read any of the other ones yet, but this is the Mark Bagley connecting cover. I need to put all those together now to see what an awesome picture it is, because I'm sure it's great. So I went with that. And I got the Lady Octopus handbook variant. So not new this week is Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads #2. I think this one came out last week, but I missed it. I haven't read the first one yet, but anything Symbiote Spider-Man, anything with Spider-Man in the black suit is awesome, so I can't wait to read that one. And then, I don't know why I really needed this, but I just thought it'd be cool. Ultimate Fallout #4. This is the facsimile edition. And I can't really tell much of a difference between the cover of this and the cover of the actual one that came out several years ago. So buyer beware if you're looking for these on eBay. There may be some tomfoolery with these. But I just thought it would be cool to have a facsimile of the first appearance of Miles Morales, so we added that to the stack. Over on DC, we've got Aquaman, the 80th anniversary. Aquaman 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular. This is the 80s variant cover. I just thought that one was pretty cool. So it's a pretty thick book, if you can see there. Bunch of cool Aquaman stories. Can't wait to dive into that one. Also can't wait to dive into Batman Fear State Alpha #1. Now, I haven't caught up with the Tynion run yet in that era of Batman. All the Detective, Nightwing, Joker, all that stuff. I have them all down here in a pile. And I really want to get caught up with them because I want to read this. It sounds really cool. Batman Superman Annual 2021 Annual. I'm a few issues behind on Batman Superman, but I am enjoying the story that they're telling with the sort of old school Superman, old school Batman having their separate stories that merge together. Aperture, I think, is the villain's name. I couldn't remember last week, but yeah, excited to jump into that one. So, a title that I don't normally get is Catwoman number 34. This is the variant. According to the Fear State checklist that DC has put out, this is a tie-in to Fear State. And I'm a sucker for crossovers and events and tie-ins and that kind of thing. I'm exactly the kind of person that Marvel and DC want to pull in with all this stuff, because I like to get almost everything, even if it doesn't pertain to it. So, apparently, this is a Fear State tie-in, which is why I picked this one up. But this is not new this week. I think it came out last week. And then speaking of picking up tie-ins, I picked up Harley Quinn #6. This also was not new this week. I think this came out last week as well. But according to that checklist, this is a tie-in. So I thought I'd grab these two and the next couple after this, just in case they do have something to add to that story. I wanted to read it, check it out. So we got that one. I really like that cover though. That's a nice cover. And then one that I just read just a little while ago, Infinite Frontier #5. I'm really digging this story. It's getting crazy. I don't want to say which villain pops up at the end, but there is a villain that shows up at the end, and it's really cool. I still don't quite understand all of the multiverse stuff, just because I haven't read Death Metal. I haven't read Multiversity, which I made a TikTok last night showing off some pickups, and I got the Multiversity hardcover. I need to read that. I think it'll help me with this. I mean, I get the concept of the multiverse, but I just don't know how these characters got to where they are in this story. But it's still fun, and I would recommend you check it out. And then Teen Titans Academy number 6. This is a fun book. I think I may be one issue behind on this, but I'm enjoying this one. Gorilla Greg is an awesome character, if for no other reason that his name is Gorilla Greg. So I can't wait to read that one. And then last for DC is Wonder Girl number 3. I haven't read number 2 yet, but number 1 was interesting, and it was a good setup for things to come, so I need to see if this pays off. Over on Image, we've got Firepower number 15. Say it with me, class. I haven't read any of this series yet, but it sounds really cool. Or I mean, I've heard great things, so I'm gonna keep going with that run. I also did read this today, Geiger number 6. This is I think this is double-sized, and this is the finale of the first volume, or the first story that they're telling in this new universe that Jeff Johns is building, that Geiger is a part of. It was a pretty interesting ending. It was tied up really well, but also left open enough for more stories, and that's all I'll say. So this was a good one. So not new this week. Came out last week, but I had to get this cover. Kingspawn number 1, the Donny Cates cover. I did get the McFarlane and the Brett Booth covers last week, but they still had a Donny Cates cover, so I went ahead and grabbed that as well, just because I thought, Donny Cates doing a cover is pretty cool. And then speaking of Spawn, picked up Spawn number 321, the A cover and the B cover. Or wait, that's the C cover from Mechanica and the B cover from McFarlane. So both of those, I just, the Spawn has some of the best covers in the game right now, and at $2.99, it's hard to not get them all. And then Sweet Paprika number 2. The first one was pretty interesting. It's not the typical kind of comic, not the typical kind of story that I read, but I like the characters. I want to see what happens. This is a 12-issue series, so I think this is going to be the last single issue that I get, and I'm going to buy the rest in trade, which I'm going to start doing with some other series as well. I'm going to talk about that in a different video, maybe make a TikTok about that. But yeah, let's see where it goes. Maybe it'll turn out real well. And then for the rest of the indies, Almost American number 1 from Aftershock. It sounds like The Americans, if you've ever seen that TV show, which I enjoyed. I think this is based on true events, inspired by the true story of husband and wife Russian spies who typically wouldn't live long enough to tell such a tale. I dig it. We'll try it out. Telepaths number 1. From what I understand, this is part of the whole resistance world that AWA Upshot has. Resistance and erratic. I haven't read those yet, but I have them. I dig it, and I want to see how this adds to it after I've read those. So we've got a trio of bad idea books today. We've got the Lot number 3. This wraps up the Lot. This is the last of the first wave of bad idea books. I haven't read I haven't read the second issue. The first one was interesting, but now that I've got all 3, like the whole story, I'm going to go back and reread the first one and just read them all together. It was interesting. It didn't quite grab me, but you've got to give a series more than one issue to get a hold of you. So we'll try that out. And then 2 of the final 5 books were released today. The first one is Monster Kill Squad number 1. I don't know anything about this because there wasn't a lot that came out about this beforehand. The deal with the final 5 was you just pay up front and you get whatever comics come out. So this is one of them, and I did manage to get the gold button. So I got there the same time as another fan who got there, so we split the gold buttons. I took the gold button for this one, and then he took the gold button for Pirate Queen, which I don't know what the story is on this one as well. But all of the bad idea books have been pretty solid, so I have high hopes for these as well. From Black Mass, we've got White number 2. I think this is the second print. I didn't read the first one yet. I don't really know. I've just heard a lot of good buzz about this. Not like spec buzz, just like buzz. It's a good story, so I wanted to try it out. One that I have been enjoying, number 4 of Basilisk. This is not the end. I think this might be an ongoing, according to Infinity Flux and what they said. So, which is great because I love it. And then the last issue, I do believe the last issue of The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. This is the nice shiny foil cover. Kind of looks like a Berserker cover, I guess. I read the first 3 so far, and it's really good. So I'm going to try this one out as well. We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 8. I still haven't read any except the first issue. I'm going to buy these through issue number 10. And then if I like it, I'm going to trade weight the rest of the series for as long as it keeps going. But I do like the artwork in these, though, and just wanted to add to the series. Now, this another one that I do like, and I am caught up on, a pair of Sonia number 3. A man is trying to find his lost son while we are seeing this other sort of fantasy story of kind of the same thing. So it's kind of weird, but it's interesting at the same time. So I'm gonna try that out. And then my first ever Dynamite book. I've never bought a Dynamite book before, but I wanted to try out Red Sonia number 1 by Mirka Andolfo, who also of Sweet Paprika fame. I flipped through this already, and the art is great. I don't know a lot about Red Sonia. I know as much about Red Sonia as I do about Conan, which isn't much. But supposedly this is an all-new series, sort of a new direction for Red Sonia, and I thought that may be a good place to start, so we'll try it out. And then I got one issue from the dollar bin, Dead Body Road, Bad Blood. I have looked at this book before, don't know a lot about the story, but apparently this Bad Blood is the first issue in Volume 2. I don't have the first one yet, so I may try to grab the trades, but for $1, I thought I would try it out, and flipping through it, the art looks great, the story sounds good, so I'm going to try that out. So that was a really solid stack of books, a lot of bangers in there, but I got a few extras as well. So from the pre-owned shelf at Infinity Flux, I picked up the first volume of Birthright. I've looked at this series time and time again. I've never actually read past the first issue. I think it was on Comixology Unlimited. But Infinity Flux has a whole shelf full of collected editions, hardcovers, trades, and stuff that are pre-owned and half off. This one was $5, half off. So it is, I think, the first either 5 or 6 issues of Birthright. So I thought for $5 and I get to read, the first story arc. Fantastic. So I cannot wait to dive into this because, like I said, I've been looking at this one for a long time, and I can't wait to try it out. Sort of an impulse buy. I knew it was going to be there, but I went ahead and decided to get it. Is the Eternals number 1 trade. This collects the first 6 issues of the new Eternals series that Marvel's been putting out. This is written by Kieran Gillen with Esad Ribic on art. I do have the first 3 issues individually. I bought them as they came out. And I was kind of into it, but as the issues kept coming out, I kept getting lost. I couldn't remember what happened the month before, and it was kind of becoming a pain to catch up or to keep up with it. So I figured I would try the trade as well, because I'm super excited for the Eternals movie, and I want to read as much Eternals as I can. I've got my Omnibus ready to go, so I thought I would add this to that. And then I didn't know this was going to be there, but I was super excited, so I got the hardcover Volume 1 for Lady Mechanica. I don't know anything about this character, but the free comic book day issue of Lady Mechanica was awesome. I love the art. I love steampunk stuff. And the minute I read it, I went looking for more trades and collected editions, and this was sitting right next to the register today, so I had to get it. So I know some of you guys were a little bit disappointed last week that I didn't have any Omnibus as well. I am pleased to tell you I'm making up for that this week as I picked up The Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 5. This collects Amazing Spider-Man number 143 to 180. I got the, I think this is the direct market cover, like the classic cover. I love these. This is some of the great Amazing Spider-Man stories. You've got the Spider-Mobile in here. You've got the Jackal and the original Clone, not the Clone Saga, but the first time the Clone showed up. So yeah, super cool stories. I was super excited to get this. But to make up for not getting any omnibuses last week, I actually got another one. What If Volume 1. I got the What If Spider-Man Joined the Fantastic Four cover. This collects What If from 1977, issues 1 through 15, and then 17 through 22. So super excited to have these as well. And as the Marvelous Megan at Infinity Flux calls them, my big boy books. So these will forever be known as my big boy books. I got new ones today, and I think there's some more next week, so you won't have to be disappointed you won't have to be disappointed next week, because I'll have some more. Yeah, so that is it, guys. That is a fantastic haul, another awesome new comic book day. So guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. If nothing else, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you picked up this week. If you got any cool omnibuses, if you found any hardcovers, collected editions, dollar issues, whatever it is, just let me know. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. And guys, remember, comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another fun form of storytelling. The great thing about comics is it's super easy to find something that you like, and it's super easy to ignore the things that you don't. Like what you like, and let everybody else like what they like too. And if your views on something don't match, then it's okay. It's totally fine. Everybody's entitled to enjoy this awesome hobby. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.